you gain an understanding of what the TigerLink Gateway is, why we are here, and how you can utilize it for your purposes as you settle into new areas, as you look to build a professional network, and also just as an alumni connection reach out point. So I am excited. I hope that all of you find all the information that you need today. But if in fact that you do not get all your questions answered, you will see my email address at the end. Please feel free to contact me directly, and I will be glad to jump in an email or a phone call. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So if you are, hang on just a second here, let me readjust my screen. The number one question that we get in alumni career services is, how do I connect with alumni in my field? And that is why the Gateway is here. The purpose of the Gateway is to allow you to connect with others that maybe have gone down the same path that you're on, or maybe who has switched paths altogether. So the Gateway provides you the opportunity to do a little bit of research, to go out there to see who else maybe had a career similar to you or started out as you did. And then maybe they decided at a different point in their career to pivot and go into a completely different area. And the Gateway allows you to connect with others. What the rules around our alumni data. So when all of you graduate, you will be in what we call Cadence, which is our alumni database. In that database, we are not allowed to share contact information. We keep that information private. If there is public information out there, of course, folks can find you, but your information is always confidential in terms of the way that it relates to Clemson with our office. So what that does, unfortunately, is that kind of puts you in a little bit of a silo once you have graduated. So what I wanted to do was to bring in an area where you would be able to make those connections and reach out points. Now, the difference between LinkedIn and the TigerLink Gateway is LinkedIn is LinkedIn. LinkedIn is, you will be able to see other Clemson graduates there, but those folks have not volunteered to be a part of this space to help others. So, you know, LinkedIn, anyone can reach out to you. You can get numerous information, email requests and things in your inbox. But the TigerLink Gateway are folks that have volunteered to be here, to be a reach out point. And they are super excited to connect with you. So just if you ever get asked the question about what is the difference between the TigerLink Gateway and LinkedIn, it is just that. The folks that are within this space are people that have volunteered to be here. The second question that I typically get is, once students graduate and they land into a new area, they want to connect with other alumni dentists or lawyers or nurses or whatever field they're in. They want to know how they can identify those folks in their own areas. And also too, Clemson entrepreneurs, like, we want to be able to facilitate that connection point. And again, the TigerLink Gateway can help you do that. What can it do? It helps facilitate career-related conversations between students, Clemson alumni, faculty, staff, friends of Clemson, and industry leaders around the globe. Students and alumni may seek knowledge, advice, explore career fields, and build professional networks. We want and we encourage you to reach out to one another. And here is the process in case you have not registered or already been through the process. You enter your information, your profile information manually, or the profile or the platform can pull in your LinkedIn information. You add your photo, or you answer a series of questions. And then from that point forward, the platform will make connection recommendations based on the answers that you entered. So if you were entered your information today, but a year from now that information changes, you can go back through your profile and change your answers. And then of course you would get a different list of connections. But there's also too, and we're going to jump into the platform here in just a few minutes, but I wanted you to understand exactly how that registration works. And also too, student profiles are automatically hidden from the alumni community. That is a security feature that is built in. And what that does is it puts you in the driver's seat. Alumni are not going to reach out to you and pepper you with where are you going, what are you doing? That is up to you. You're in the driver's seat when it comes to making a connection. And we want to be able to allow students to understand that controlling that information is completely up to you. What we encourage is for you to begin a conversation, see where that conversation goes. And, you can share your email address, that's up to you, but the platform does not share that information. So if you establish a really good relationship with one of the community members, we encourage you to do that, as well as you can connect within the platform, and we will go through the steps on the different ways that you can do that. Again, those registration tips, do not skip questions. Select that you're available to network, enter an email address that you regularly check, upload a headshot of yourself, and you can also record a 60-second video to explain why you joined the Gateway. So again, going back to that, we kind of already hit on that. Student profiles are hidden. Your email and phone number are never shown. The only way another member can see your information is if you share it. And so ways to connect in the Gateway, you're going to have email, video chat, phone call, or you can schedule a meeting with one of our community members. Any questions before we go from here? Okay. All right, so within the space, I think it's important to understand what each of these spaces are. So you will see up in the top of the menu in the Gateway, programs, and programs are official mentoring spaces that are administered by our academic colleges, departments, or they're always administered by our colleges. We don't really have programs within the Gateway yet that involves any other area outside of our academic units. We have groups. Groups are gathering places centered around various majors, industries, Greek life, sports, you name it, we can build a group around that. And you will find within the Gateway, we have some of our Clemson clubs have spaces. We have a Houston Clemson Club Career Network in place. And that network is designed to sort of help you not only navigate the area, but also they want to provide career support for those that settle in the Houston area. That is one of the club's missions. And so it was appropriate for them to have a space. Not all of our clubs and groups have spaces, but we're seeing more and more of those come on board now. And of course, we have the general space, which is our Connect with a Tiger space. And that gives you the opportunity to go through that, to narrow that down if you are looking for someone to connect with geographically, or someone who has the same major, or someone who has a different major. You can select that Connect with a Tiger link at the top of your page, and you'll be able to filter on those folks. With your help and with alumni help and with your help, we'll be able to foster bigger and better networks. The whole idea behind this is to get big and to allow everyone to sort of have that power within their own fingertips. We want to be able to empower you to connect with others and to really help us build that Clemson network. Within the Gateway, you're going to find alumni who are seeking help for themselves, and some are volunteering to help others. Just know that, and when you find someone, and typically if they are searching for help, they're going to put that within their headline. When you do connect with someone, be specific, ask pointed questions. I see a lot of general questions that are asked, which are, tell me about your career journey. When you do that, it's certainly okay to do that. But when you do, make sure you follow that statement up with, tell me about what you learned from the first job that you had or the second job, or be a little pointed in that, because alumni really like to kind of dig in and give you their assessment of kind of where they've been. And sometimes it takes a little bit of pulling that information out. And you can do that up front with those very pointed questions. Now, with all of that said, not all members are actively engaged in the community. Some have been members from the very beginning, which is back in 2017. And we were still building our community at that point, and we still are. We will be building this community for an eternity. But as we're building this community, those folks may have entered email addresses that they're not, regularly checking. They may have receipts, or what we do is if you reach out to someone, don't hear back, be prepared to reach out to someone else. What I do see in the Gateway is a lot of people will reach out to numerous people at the same time, and that's perfectly fine as well. Just make sure that you're checking that you're getting the responses that you need. If you ever find that you're not getting a response, feel free to reach out to me. Let me know that. What I typically do is go into the Gateway and I will hide those alumni profiles if they're not actively engaging, because what we want is everyone to get a response, because that is the purpose that people are here. Do not ever start a conversation, and I'm sure that all of you know this, but do not start a conversation by asking for something other than advice. An internship or a job, we certainly hope that these connections will eventually lead maybe to that, but it is not a requirement, nor is it an expectation of the Gateway. We want to give you the tools that you need to build those relationships that could be one of those reach out and one of those career point places in the future. And here is my email address, and I'm going to stop this share real quick here. And I'm going to actually share my other screen. Okay. Is everyone seeing that okay?
Yes, we can all see it.
Okay, good. All right, so what I've done is I've pulled in my profile, and we're going to just go through those points that we talked about. So anytime you want to update your information, you're going to click on your profile picture. You're going to go to your preferences, and you can set your notifications, your privacy, your availability. You can manage your calendar. And again, that matching quiz, you can take that as well. Everything is really managed on your profile, through your profile. So just clicking on your profile picture will automatically do that. And if I scroll back, what we're going to do now is we are going to go into, and I'm not going to show you the administrative side. There we go. All right. So now we're back in the Gateway. And again, if you you can see any notifications that you get, you're going to see this little notification at the top. And for me, as the gateway manager, I can see when folks are joining other spaces. For you, you would be looking at your email here, and that's going to tell you if you've received a notice from someone or an email. To use the Connect with a Tiger, what you're going to notice is anyone that has a little circle here that's highlighted in green, or if it's green, a solid dot, that means that they're online at that moment. For people who have been on recently, you'll just see that the perimeter of that is highlighted in green. And you can scroll through the list of folks. Again, it's pulling in people that are relevant to your profile. So the Connect with the Tiger space, that's what you're going to find here. But at any time, you can do a search. You can search by a major, and all you would do is put that in here. You can search by an industry, and we have numerous industries here. We have location, so you can enter the geographic location or even a zip code. And then, of course, you can filter by the user type, the help topic, because we have numerous here, numerous different help topics. And let's see, company and organization, Clemson degree types. And again, you can search by groups, programs, availability, college. We just updated this as our colleges updated. And then what activities were you involved with on campus? All of those are different questions that you can select if those are of interest to you. And you can set your search alerts. And again, as we talked about programs, if you remember programs, they are one-on-one mentoring programs. These are administered by our colleges, and they are very detailed. They pair you one-on-one with a mentor. And so there is a little level of complexity when it comes to building out these programs, but they are very successful. The groups are going to be the groups that are available to you to join. So any of these groups, and we've got a number of them. We have our Alumni Speakers Network, and this is a group that I started to help us identify Clemson speakers that will participate in classroom discussions, who will present at our Clemson clubs and groups, our luncheon clubs, or to be available to speak for special events. We have our pre-law group, and that's for students who are interested in going into law. We have a sociology, anthropology, and criminal justice students group. That's alumni and students group. We are getting ready to launch our Tiger Band group. We have, let's see, what else do we have? Our Houston Clemson Club Career Network. I think I mentioned that one to you earlier. We have our Master of Real Estate Development group. We have a neurodiverse network that's coming. National Scholars, they've kind of gone dormant, but I think that one is one that we'll see come back. We have ScienceNet, which again is centered around to learn about these different groups. What you would do is basically just click on the group, and it's going to tell you everything about that group within that description of the group space. We have, let's see, our women's alumni group, which again, if you are if you graduate from Clemson and you are female, they would love to have you join this group. They are, they have been around for a while, and this is the group that they post a lot of their events and things through here. We have a discussion board. Typically, you will see discussion board postings from me. As we move forward, there will be some changes within the Gateway space because we are upgrading to a V2 environment. And what that means is it's going to get smarter, and it will, when you log in today, you may be in the Gateway looking for something specific. And tomorrow you may log in and you need something different. The Gateway is going to change and evolve as you do. Our resources section, you're going to find things like our TigerLink policy, a navigation guide. We have a business directory. We have frequently asked questions. We have events. We have an events section. And we don't have any events. We just had came off of a really busy spring, but we don't have anything in this space right now. We have just different areas that I have built out: alumni career help, student career help, which looks like I need to put that link back in there, and just some different types of articles and things that we have through our National Association of Colleges and Employers. In the future, you're going to see more pathways within this space, and these are pathways designed to help community members at different stages of their career. So you will see this continue to evolve. And we also have an area which is really great. It is a space where alumni who know of job opportunities can refer a job posting within this space. That comes under my purview to make sure that all of the information is entered, and then I approve it and it goes forward to the community. A lot of these job postings right now are entered by me, but at the same time, as we get ready to go into our V2 environment, we're going to see that change. What we're going to see is when an alum registers, they are going to have their company automatically pull in, and any job postings that their company has that are open are going to also pull in. So that's going to be really exciting. And so we hope that everyone really appreciates the value that the Gateway is positioning itself to be in the future. That conversion is going to take place in July. I think we've set it for the middle part of July. So by August, we should be up and running really smoothly. Do we have any questions?
And y'all are welcome to either drop them in the chat or you can unmute and ask if that's okay. Either way is fine.
Oh, and there is one question I saw. Yes, if you just graduated in May, are you still able to connect with alumni and find a mentor, or is that just for current students? No, it is for anyone. We encourage alumni that are, some alumni have decided to go into different fields. We want them to be able to reach out to folks within the Gateway to get help as well. Who can speak better to pivoting in a career than someone who's actually done it. And so what we do is we encourage that. So yes, you can connect now as a student, but you can also connect if, once you graduate.
I had one that just says, is there any advice or suggestions that you have for making that first connection, that first message, student-wise, to an alumni?
The great thing about the platform is when you get ready to reach out, hang on, I'm gonna adjust my screen here just a little bit. When you get ready to make that first initial reach out, the platform is going to actually give you a template, and it's going to say, we suggest connecting in this way. And it'll start out that conversation for you. You can edit it. You can do, you can put your own set of questions in there. But what I would say is do an introduction of yourself. Just say, I am, a student at Clemson. My major was this, I'm thinking about a career in this. Do you have any advice? I see that you've got great experience that, and then just kind of lead in that way. Typically that gets a kind of, if you do it in that way, that alum is really eager then to reach out to you typically. And again, if you're going to find some folks that are might be a delayed response, and then there may be some that you do not get an email or an exchange back from. And when you do, just let me know that you didn't, and I'll go in and either try to reach out to that person and try to figure out why they're not responding, or it could be that they were on vacation. We have, everybody's at different places. Is there anyone that is nervous about connecting in the gateway? What I'm going to tell you is that alumni are eager to connect with students. It's the reason that they're here. They when they don't get someone who reaches out to them, they kind of get they don't understand why students are not readily reaching out. With that said, not every alumni profile, not everyone builds their profile to the best that it could be. And I try to usually reach out to those folks and let them know, it's great to be a mom, but what you want on your profile is that, I graduated with this degree and this is how I used it. And this is how I want to help. And so we want to see those types of connections, but we want to see the headline in a profile to kind of be something that you're interested in. So
we just got a comment that Connor says he would have been anxious, but knowing that they often makes it feel a lot better. And I think that is great to know.
Yes, they opt in. What I do, there are certain times of the year that we will do the big push outs to alumni to say, please join this space, look at all the great groups we have. And then we'll do those big pushes and we get a lot of interest at that time. And so we are continually evolving and growing. I can tell you that one of the first things that I do when someone reaches out to me for career help is I ask them this question: have you joined the Gateway? Because while I would love to be the person that could help absolutely everyone, the reality is I can't, because I'm one person. So we want to give you the tools that you need.
And this is something, and you may have touched about this just at the very beginning, but something that has really kind of grown and evolved since y'all first started it, right?
Oh yeah, we are up to we are broaching the 5,000 member mark now. So so yeah, I think our number, what I thought I wrote it down, 4,800 and something.
That is awesome. That's awesome.
So we are growing, and what I would love for everyone on this Zoom call to do is to please spread the word. Please tell your peers, have them be a part of it, let them know about it. We have TigerLink Gateway business cards. I'm actually headed, I think, to the Career Center tomorrow. I'm glad to bring a stack for you to have just as as something for those students, so that you have the link. You can also go to the Alumni Association's website, click on Career Services. You're going to go down to UC, I think it's called the TigerLink Gateway Alumni Community. Click on that, you'll find a link there. But it's also just TigerLink at Clemson.edu, I believe is the link.
Anybody have any other questions? This has been so helpful. I know I talk about it in my role as a career counselor all the time with students, but it's so nice to actually go through and see how it's progressed and what the page actually looks like student-wise for them to see all the different communities and people. So that's excellent.
Well, thank you, Alex. And I am available anytime anyone has a question or you want to connect to talk about it. And I would love, obviously, our office is in the middle of putting together some testimonials, some TigerLink testimonials. So if you know someone who has had success, who made a connection that helped them make a career decision or whatever that is, we would love to hear that story. Also too, just some of the reach outs that I have seen kind of going back and forth, which is amazing. We have students that are asking for internships that have not internships. They are asking to do a job shadow. That's happening a lot. I'm seeing within our science community. And that's really exciting to know that they're making those connections. So definitely utilize this. It's a tool, it's a resource, and let me know if you have any questions because I'm here.
Well, thank you so much for your time today. And thank you everybody for, oh, I'm sorry. Somebody just asked a question as I started to wrap up. Let's see. Oh, never mind. That's for me. It's, that's okay, Rebecca. I'll capture your name and send you a little message in just a second, Rebecca. But thank you so much for your time today. Thank you for being here. I know I learned a lot. I'm sure everyone else did as well. And again, if y'all are here and you are part of the professional development, make sure you do that assignment at the end to get credit for being here. And like I said, Rebecca, stay on for just a second. I'm going to shoot you a message, okay? Everybody else, if there are no more questions for Debbie, y'all are good to go. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Bye.
Bye.